So it's like she spent,
a
she's
extended amount of time
with a different circle of people.
So it was like she was put into a high.
A subjective time, like, with other people.
Yeah. Where she picked up their mannerisms over her own.
I think that means that the thing that we have to deal with is the actual meeting that's going to go on tomorrow.
Yeah. So, who wants to go and get an improvement to their life?
Well, who doesn't, right?
Right.
Oh,
I don't know about
please.
you, but I'm happy where I am.
Huh?
Do you want to go to a self-help group, Abe?
Heck no.
Wouldn't be the first one.
I
He's
think
gone to
Leto
enough.
would be an excellent choice for a self-help group.
Self-help.
Self-help.
Self. All right. Then yeah, I can't think of anything else that we should be doing on this day.
No.
I'm gonna go eat again, like after 2 hours of having eaten prior in the interview.
Cyrus is gonna go have a nice walk on the dome.
Every single time I order something ridiculous and huge.
I just take my helmet off and sit in the sun. Or as close to the sun as I can, I guess.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and sit outside, I guess, if you want, but man, you got to be careful though, because there's high winds out there, and your duders, your little microbots, can totally get blown away in that wind.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has gecko strips or whatever.
It's okay, we fly.
No,
yeah,
you don't
the thing
understand.
about wind is it makes flying hard.
Yeah, if you have a very big wind going against you, no, you can't.
And lots of very
That's
tiny
true.
things. There's only
Yeah,
so much motive force that they can put out.
they can cling to each
that's
other, I
true.
guess, since you are
They
a smart
can.
swarm. Yeah.
They're designed to cling.
All right. Shall we hit this meeting then? We've got 20 minutes left before I push off.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we should be able
Let's
to get
go. Let's have a good proper cliffhanger.
So, wonderful meeting. Those of you who want to turn up will, and there'll be biscuits and coffee.
This isn't the first time Casper's gone to a.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do a litmus test. Those of you who can read people, please start doing so. If anyone seems off, just mention it. I do have one active sleight. It does not require a roll of any kind. And that sleight is static. Any async that is actively trying to do something is going to notice that they are having a very difficult time with it, because it's a minus 30 penalty to any and all active sleights that affect anyone other than the user.
Huh. That's pretty good. That's anti-psychic tech.
Oh,
All right.
and direct touch it also doesn't affect, but
Right. So when you're shaking hands.
yeah.
I guess I'll start to. Yeah, I'll show up. I'll announce my presence, and I hope that actually causes a little bit of a murmuring to go around.
Oh yeah, major murmur.
Mhm.
Casper
Hey
is.
everyone.
So you get someone to come up to you.
Into the ceiling.
Yeah. Someone's going to come up to you and say, "Oh, do you mind doing this week's poll? I mean, I know you're not a standard person, but it's interesting to get the occasional outlier put in.
Sure, yeah.
Do you know what we're trying to do here?
Trying to improve transhumanity for the future,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, we think if we do random but consistent polling in like an area, like an area set, stuff like that, we can then get an idea of how society is changing.
Mhm.
We can then feed that back in, give targeted speeches. So if there's a problem with drugs or something like that, we can give anti-drug stuff and try and push society towards a greater whole. But of course, we need to find out where the problems are. So,
Mhm.
sits down and he starts going through all these questions, and there's like 10 people in the room doing this as they go.
Yeah.
So you can all find someone if you want. They're
I'm going to pay attention to the guy who's actually asking the questions.
Yep.
Help!
All right, 39 is absolutely lower than whatever the kinesics thing would be, because that would be even up to minus 30. I would be passing very well.
All right. Is anyone else gonna do a poll?
Casper is also doing a poll as a atypical person as well.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's a critical failure.
Well, you get very interested in the questions they're asking, which are completely boring.
Yes, you're going to say that they do for.
It's kind of like, what do you do for a living? Have you ever done this?
Habitat worker.
What's your IQ?
Probably.
You're a hab worker.
Yeah, I'm a habitat worker.
Yeah, habitat worker.
Yeah, so stuff like that.
I am one of the most famous actors in the solar system, so they don't need to ask me that one.
Well, they do anyway, because they have to ask the question before they can put.
Yeah, they have a script.
They have a script. Anyone else?
What would I roll for?
Kinesis.
Kinesics.
Oh,
Kinesis.
I don't think I have anything in kinesis.
I
You
have
can-
10 in kinesis. I
Come
am
on,
not going to be polled.
Join in.
I want Leto. What's Leto savvy?
Leto Savvy is 5.
Ah,
No,
so you
his
have
Savvy
5
is
kinesics.
10. 10?
Okay. 10 kinesics then, right?
Probably.
Because I doubt
That's
you
the
put
same
him
as
on-
me!
Yep.
10 kinesics. Leto is a very
I think you get a
different
penalty to it too
individual.
because you have real world naivety.
Naivete.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty bad at it too, so that's not really something I should attempt.
Like,
Huh.
the only reason I have 60 is because I have enhanced smell and skill soft kinesics.
So just Thursday and Casper then.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I should roll.
Yeah, go for it.
Do a poll. You're as atypical as they go.
I
I
also have
fail.
real world naivety. I'm dumb. That's right.
I failed it. Yay.
That's fine.
They
But
roll
you're well outside quite a lot of their things. But they have a special category for like people traveling through, because that's an important part of the subset.
I'm sure they have a
Tourism
special
is
category for people who shouldn't exist.
Okay, so Thursday, as you go through this, you notice that occasionally your person spaces out.
Any response to the static?
Oh shit.
What type of static, sorry? Psychic static.
Yeah, her
Yeah.
her slide static. For
That-
asyncs.
Yeah, that's probably what will cause Thursday to notice it more. It's a bit more
Well-
obvious. You're basically
Static only affects asyncs, and only if they're using
Active slides.
flights that affect someone other than them from a range of not touch.
Is there an async round? Or are these people under control?
It's immediately noticeable under those circumstances,
Yeah.
and it's a really disconcerting thing.
so it probably won't have any real effect then.
Yeah, it's just a litmus test, basically. Are there any asyncs in the area?
Yeah.
That
So, but
kinda
now
deal.
there's still kind of like the one person. This one interviewer seems to occasionally space out in the same manner.
I think I was right. I really hope I wasn't.
We're having a problem with.
Well, of course we're having a problem. We wouldn't be here if we weren't.
Well,
I know, but
I was supposed to actually put a threat in this. I was just going to have you run through a whole boring one for a couple of sessions and then just send you on a proper mission afterwards.
right.
I should
Except
actually
we're
do
talking-
that at some point.
That
Nah, don't do that. We
We
wouldn't
would-
get past 3 sessions because
we would-
we'd be freaking.
paranoid. You'd burn the place down out of paranoia.
No, we'd burn the place down anyway, but the paranoia would make us think it was a better idea.
So what have we established so far?
You're
That the
go-
person you're
Yeah, the person polling you is is kind of fading out occasionally in the same manner.
In the same manner as how she did?
Yep.
Alright, out of character, I'm pretty sure I have a good idea of what's going on, but that's because I have
Yeah.
illegal knowledge.
Out of character, I'm
Yeah.
not sure I want to know.
That's probably correct. Yeah.
Anyway. And
Apart from that, everything else will carry on normal. There'll be a a nice talk given on like one of the problems they've identified recently, which is boring.
Is it possible to do a networking firewall check at the end of all this to basically do a crowdsource the symptoms for a idea?
Yeah, you can have a go.
Thursday, do you have crowdsourcing firewall? I mean
not
networking.
crowdsourcing, but
Networking.
I have it at 50. Anyone else?
I also have it at 50.
I have it at 20.
I could network with autonomists.
Well, we're actually looking for a certain. We're working for the we're in the conspiracy, and we're looking for an existential threat. And we're seeing if there's any previous things that match these symptoms.
No, I don't have any sort of. I have networking for the research group and the
Alright.
ecological group.
I'm going to hate myself for this, but I'm going to flip that. 26.
I think autonomist is an excellent thing.
I also have a networking autonomous. They're great
It is
people.
a pretty good thing, but right now it's not terribly useful.
Anyway, so I pass.
Yep.
My last Moxie, which I'm going to get shot so hard because of.
There is no
Yeah,
kind of like active. You're kind of looking for links, aren't you? Kind of like mesh work use.
Well, there is the eye, which is the darknet for this.
Yeah.
I'm basically polling the eye's message board with a here's we have a lot of people who are spacing out, have a very distinct push towards unification and wholeness within our society, within transhumanity society. This is tweaking weird, man. Does anyone else have a opinion on this?
Yeah, you're going to get bounce backs. Damn it, I forgot the actual
Don't say the
term
B
for
word. Don't say the B word. Don't say the B word. Don't say the B word.
B word.
B word.
Damn it. I even
What
have,
sorts of stuffs do you know that you're not supposed to? Huh.
I even have
Hail Satan! Alright.
Hail Satan.
The fuck was that?
Hail Stan.
Oh, sorry,
What's up?
I've forgotten the term for it.
Hang on. Hang on. Hang on.
Send him a message if you're talking about a certain thing. A post.
Yeah. No, it's not that.
For once,
Okay.
I don't know something about a system, and I feel that is a good thing.
Yes, that is the thing.
Yeah, no,
about
you're getting
Eclipse
the more
phase.
authentic experience. I've played Eclipse Phase before, and so has.
It has the
I have
call
run
Colin
Eclipse
John's
phase
run it,
before,
apparently.
so I know
Oh, jeez, yeah, you
everything.
know even more than I do.
Yeah.
It's
Basically,
okay, I know next
poor
to
guy.
nothing.
it's the authentic Call of Cthulhu-esque experience where you're dealing
Yeah,
with
where you don't actually know anything.
All I
Yeah.
know is I'm a
Okay.
horror.
So I mean, so kind of the problem with the game is that, like, if the point is you knowing nothing, then you kind of can't have already played it.
No, you can make up new things for
Apostle
people to run
doesn't know
into.
everything about the system. She only has been exposed to the things that
Yeah.
her GM has done. And hopefully you haven't read the GM section, right?
No.
No.
Good. I have, because I have been a GM for this game before, so I know all of the secrets. But I'm playing a character who is like least likely to know any of those secrets because she was even born after the fall.
I was also born after the fall, and
I wasn't born.
What? You're only like 9?
I'm
Casper's only like 9?
Yeah.
Damn.
I was.
I'm at
I
least
was
no. I'm
born
actually about,
before the Titans were made.
I was 4 years old. I'm actually 4 years old.
What?
Ah.
Goodness.
Right, found it. It sounds like something like possibly the Neo-Synergists would come up with.
The Neo Synergy.
Yep.
Okay, the Neo Synergists. I'm gonna
Oh,
go
dear.
ahead and roll. Alright,
Just add a comment like those are the guys with that thing in their head.
you
that
don't
chip in
know
their
that
head.
thing. Don't discard. You are really
Yeah.
bad at knowing what your character is or not supposed to know. Ugh.
All right. Search. I guess we need to search Neo Synergist, right?
On the eye, yeah.
I can run a search for that.
Will that be a separate network check or what? Or should I expend rep for like a favor to get a dossier on Neo Synergy?
Yeah, probably dossier would probably be quite a useful thing.
All right. So how much rep would it cost? How much rep would it take to get a dossier on the Neo Synergist?
Not much. It'd be a small favour.
Okay. So do I need to roll? I need to roll networking, right?
Yep.
I have 50 reps, so if it's a small favor, I'm gonna get I get a +10 for how much under the rep score?
Okay, do you mean a low cost favor?
Yeah, low cost.
Okay, so that's the you have 50, then that's
Oh, actually, I have
20.
I have
You
30.
actually roll it straight up. You don't
I
get a
have
bonus.
30, actually.
You have 30?
Yeah.
You're actually rolling at -10.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shoot. I have 70 in at. I should have swapped those.
How about I do it?
You go ahead.
Because I'm rolling at a flat 50, I think. Because I also have 50 rep. Yes?
If you're at 50 rep, then you are rolling at a base of
Yeah,
your base.
That's
roll,
what I thought.
Yeah. Ah, nice.
Well, fuck it. I haven't used a new Moxie. I'm gonna flip it.
48? Nice.
48. So basically, yeah, a nice big dossier gets dumped in your lap. Neo-Synergists are a hive mind coalition.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought it was going to be.
So they're me, but on a large scale.
Yeah,
They are people who have linked up their mental processes with one another, and it is in a
They have
really
what's called,
weird fashion.
They have
They
what's
get
called a
incredibly
Neo.
smart very fast.
Who are the people who are good at reading people? Thursday and Casper, or Thursday
Yeah.
and who?
I am passable at reading people.
And I'm good at
It
it.
doesn't matter.
What
You
are people?
immediately notice the look of rage and confusion and outright terror on Lilith's face. This is so antithetical to her being.
So you're saying you don't want to see?
I'm going to, go over to her real quick and, pat her on the shoulders. Calm down. It's all right. It's all right. I'm going to try and calm her down.
These are the guys with the Neo mesh insert, right? The
See, I can't. See, I'm bad at reading people, so I don't know there's a problem.
crowdsourcing thing.
All right, so this is a 56 on my 70 of persuasion
Okay.
on Lilith to calm down a bit.
They're not being asked to join the collective. Yeah, it is kind of creeptastic.
We do.
Now, personally, I'm not actually entirely against this idea, but
Well, when it's being foisted.
Can I hack a brain?
That's not so much as hive minding though as crowdsourcing. They're a lot of their information and basically themselves are so much on their network that the self kind of gets drowned out in the whole.
is there a list of side effects in this dossier about it? Like, are they known to go a little bit crazy or something afterwards?
if they get separated from the group, yeah.
But if they're
Yeah.
not, they can otherwise function just fine?
Yeah.
Fine and big, you know.
Yeah. 5 for people who
Finger
link their
quotes.
minds together.
Well, I mean, technically speaking, is this like what? Is this
It's a-
technically part of something that like firewall's against? Like, is it? I don't kind of think. I think it kind of isn't. Like, not necessarily.
It can become an existential threat if it becomes too widespread.
So what I'm getting at is that we should assign a separate group as an observers here, but otherwise, as it stands right now, this is not necessarily an actual threat.
But the idea that the fact that people are being disappeared and are showing up with these inserts or with these symptoms are what's the major disconcerting part.
It's probably because the neo-synergists are a secret thing. They're vanishing for the week or whatever, and then they're coming back.
But we don't know that the people who vanish are neo-synergists because we're noting a major
We know one of
behavioral
them
change.
is, at least, because she has identical behaviors, the picking up different verbal.
But we also noticed a major change in her behavior pre and post.
That I know because she was hooked up because she's learning things from other people now.
Well, that's
100% a symptom of being one of these. Obviously, that's not like a question. That's the case.
See, we're arguing basically the idea of consent in this.
It's there's no 100% guarantee that it was consent from what we know, but if she showed up here and I'm willing to bet it was. I'm willing to bet she willingly entered it.
But we also have the other disappearances that are.
They're probably also the same thing. We can wait for a little while to wait until they come back or something, but.
Well, we can also if it's not a problem, we can actually ask her about it.
You ask who about it?
Her herself. If it's not
we don't want her to know that we're investigating it. Don't ever
That's the opposite of what we want them to know.
Don't ever implicate that firewall even exists.
Alright.
Firewall has never existed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have an idea. We can take it to the handler.
That's the thing. We should just tell them how it is, and we can recommend that they set up a different group that is observing this organization, but it's not necessarily a problem as it stands right now.
I mean, if Firewall thinks there's going to be a problem, though, we can hack her brain and find more of them.
I mean, yeah, but as it stands right now, there's no reason to.
I'm uncomfortable enough as it is just being here, so I'm going to leave and I'm going to make that call. I'm not going to go far. I will be nearby.
I guess I will make the call to Faust about it.
Oh.
Because, talking.
Fine.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and call up Faust then.
Yep.
Hey, Thursday here.
Alright. Got something to report then?
We have a pretty good idea of what's going on, but as it stands right now, we don't. It has the potential to develop into an X-Threat without, careful observation, but as it stands right now, it's harmless.
Oh, you sure about that?
Mm-hmm. Well, not entirely, but there's no. Without, awaiting for something wrong to happen, we kind of can't really,
So what's the threat then?
Decide on that. Well, it seems like these are people who are linking themselves up to one another in a sort of hive-mind fashion. The group is called the Neo-Synergists, allegedly.
So,
one of the three that showed up again after she vanished displayed very obvious signs of having joined them, but otherwise seems to be functioning as a normal person, has not had her personality changed much at all. Just has, changed some verbal tics and whatnot. And so long as they are observed and, they don't ever leave one another, then they should be okay.
Should.
There is the possibility that they start to go a little bit crazy once they're separated from one another.
Okay, so you've tracked down all the recent missings?
No, we have tracked down neither of the other 2 recent missings, but we think that it is not necessary to. Because we have a pretty good idea that they're going to be coming back at some point, and they are just going to have joined part of this this crew, more or less.
Oh, so do you have a percentage of the missings that return?
1 in 3.
Only 1 in 3. And you're
there's-
sure they're going to come back?
Like, did the other 2 leave go missing later than the other 2 than she did?
Yeah, they weren't missing around the same time.
They all went missing around the same time.
Yeah.
I was convinced that they went afterwards, like they just haven't been indoctrinated or something.
No, very few of the others have gone historically have returned as well.
Only
So
it's not just these 3.
no, we wouldn't send you here for 3 missing people.
I missed this. This is a thing that I missed entirely.
Yeah, it's probably more like 30 or 40.
Okay, see, this is something that I don't know if this was ever said. It probably was, and I just wasn't paying attention.
I didn't give a
We
number.
didn't get an exact number.
No, it's just
All
missing
right.
people. But yeah, you're talking tens of people as opposed to just 3.
All right, then if that was the case, I would not have made this argument at all.
But we did not look up the full amount of disappearances. So you're learning that
There's
now.
no
Dropped
reason
the ball
that-
at the briefing.
Yeah, there was
Is
no
what
reason why
happened.
we should not have known that is the
Yeah.
problem.
We'll just ignore
So actually, we can just ignore that this even happened.
Yeah.
And, like, you can assume that Faust is a little bit more competent than that.
Yeah.
All right. If it's 30 or 40, and like only 2 or 3 of the people have come back, then yes, absolutely, we have to go find them.
Or actually,
Never mind.
like 1 has come back that we know of.
Yeah.
So
all right.
I
Never
guess
mind.
I'll hack the brain.
Well, it makes sense that the politician was released back into the wild.
Yeah.
And it's not it's more the spread than the actual thing. 'Cause this is something that can have exponential.
We may want to know the exact occupations and specialties of all those vanished.
Right.
No, the biomorph maker guy.
Yeah.
That's along the theme of making transhumanity better because they can just make better morphs.
I'm very good at
I'm
seeing
willing to bet-
patterns. I need more data.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and ask to bring it up, and I'm going to bet that each and every one of them actually has a different job.
Yes, everyone has a different job.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And they're all mostly kind of like research or service jobs. So even though some of them have got quite boring like maintenance jobs, they are like important if boring.
Mhm.
Anyway, I think we should call it for this week.
Yes, that sounds good. It is 4.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, see everyone next week.
See ya.
Later,
See you next week.
everybody. Maybe next time we'll have an octopus.
Plot thickens.
Maybe.